Hey, 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 the Racer's back with another video. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel to help my channel grow. Your support is greatly appreciated. All right, family, let's talk about the Indiana Fever. They took down the WNBA champs, the New York Liberty, with a score of 102 to 88. Caitlin Clark absolutely killed it out there, coming close to a triple-double, 32 points, 8 assists, 9 rebounds. She was on fire. And I ain't think Stephanie White was going to let her get loose like that, but she did. And you could tell Caitlin Clark was in for a big game, especially when she hit those deep threes at the end of the first quarter. Now let's break down some stats real quick. Now the Fever shot 48% from the field, while the Liberty only shot 42. From three-point range, the Fever was 48%, while the Liberty struggled with 20%. Then when it came down to the free throws, and you already know how this went. You already know. The Liberty took 30 free throws and the Fever took 16. Even with the refs giving them tons of calls, the Fever still won by 14 points. And without the help of the refs, it could have been way worse than that. Probably could have dropped a 30 piece, right? Now looking at the rebounds, the Fever, they got 38 and the Liberty got 34. Pretty good. As far as assists, the Fever had 25 and the Liberty had 17. Okay. Turnovers are pretty similar, 13 to 12. As far as fast break points, the Fever had 19 and the New York Liberty, they had 27. Now, 19 points, I mean, in this game, man, but for the Fever, in terms of what they've been doing since CC has been out, man, that was excellent. You talking about 19 points? They had more fast break points versus the Liberty in this game than they had the whole time CC was out. The whole time. So yeah, great game, great game. The Liberty scored 44 points in the paint, while the Fever, they only managed 36, right? And 36 points in the paint wasn't bad, especially when you're talking about you making all those threes. So not bad at all. Not bad at all. Now, if you want to beat the Liberty, you got to make your shots, right? And the Fever did that because they shot 48% from the field. You have to realize that when you're playing against the Liberty, you're playing against the refs, right? So you're already starting off with, at a disadvantage, right? The refs going to give them, a 12 or 15 point advantage, on free throws, right? They're going to shoot twice as many free throws as you, if not more, right? So if you shoot 10 free throws, they're going to shoot 20. If you shoot 15 free throws, they're going to shoot 30. Just like in this game right here. The Fever shot 16, right? The New York Liberty, they shot 30. So yeah, they started off with a 14-point lead. That's how the game go when you play against the Liberty, right? So when you actually think about it, the refs gave them a 14-point lead. And the Fever, they won by 14 points. So really, that was a 28-point win. If you really think about it, 28 points, right? So that almost was a 30 piece, almost. And when you look at the individual stats, right? Caitlin Clark, she went 11 for 20 from the field. 7 for 14 for three-point range, made 7 threes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Right? Dropped 32 points. She went 3 for 5 from the free throw line. She grabbed 8 rebounds, 9 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. She did have 7 turnovers though. That's for the haters. I know y'all like the turnovers. That's the first thing y'all look at, turnovers. How many turnovers she had? Y'all look past all the other stats. Y'all just go straight to the turnovers. Anyway, right? Let's see. Then You had, let me get back here. Then you had Kelsey Mitchell, right? She got hot in the second half. She was cold in the first half. She wasn't hitting nothing. But she was like Kelsey trash in the first half. But the second half, but Kelsey Buckets entered the building. Now she went what, 9 for 21 from the field, 3 for 10 for 3-point range, and 3 for 10 for 3-point range is not really that bad, to be honest with you, right? She went 1 for 2 from the free throw line. She dropped 22 points, right? We needed all 22 from her. She got 2 rebounds, got a steal, got an assist. She did her thing. And then you had sexy Lexi Hall, right? She chipped in with 14 points, right? Went 5 for 10 from the field, 3 for 4 from 3-point range. And then she picked up, 4 boards, 2 steals, with 2 assists, a steal, and a couple of blocks. So she did her thing. Now let's go over here to the New York Liberty, right? Not gonna get as detailed with their stats. Who cares? They lost the game. But Sabrina the disciple, Ionescu, right? The Kobe disciple. She dropped 34 tonight. She was very impressive. She went 11 for 20 from the field, 4 for 10 from 3-point range, 8 for 9 from the free throw line. She did her thing. Then you got what? Breanna Stewart, who I consider the GOAT. That's my GOAT, right? Everybody say that your other girl is the GOAT, right? The one that played for the Phoenix Mercury. Get her name already. Golly, she only been at the league for a few months. I already forgot her name. But Breanna Stewart is the GOAT to me, right? She had a solid game, 7 for 15 from the field, 10 for 14 from the line. The refs, the refs gave her as many free throws as they catered the entire Fever team. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. So she was 0 for 3. She didn't do well at the 3-point line, but she got the rebound. She did still, she got some steals and she did some assists. Right, then you got Naira, that's how you pronounce her name, Naira Sabali. She had 10 points and 9 boards, so she did pretty good. Fever, they played an incredible game, right? They showcased a lot of resilience. The Chels came at them with everything they had. They still lost by 14. Stephanie White, she made a brilliant adjustment coming out of halftime with that lineup of AB, Sophie Cunningham, CC, Kelsey Buckets, and Lexi Hall. Man, that lineup there, New York couldn't do anything with. I don't know what the plus or minus on that was as far as how that looked, but oh my goodness, man, it was a beautiful sight to see, right? Natasha Howard, I mean, she didn't play that well today, right? Her plus or minus on the court, she was minus 15, right? So, and then she didn't play that many minutes. I think she only played like 14, right? So in those 14 minutes, we were minus 15. Stephanie White did the right thing, sat on the bench. That was the right thing to do as far as I'm concerned, because you playing losing basketball when she on the court. It wasn't looking good when she was out there. But you know what? She'll rise again. This is just a part of the journey. That's all. Sydney Colson, she shined today, right? She had no turnovers, 6 assists, 2 threes, and she played 20 minutes. She balled out today to me. She did. Sophie Cunningham, now she only scored 5 points, but a plus or minus 31. That's what I'm talking about, right? That reflects playing winning basketball, right? Teamwork. That's what's up. Now the Fever, they are up against the Connecticut Suns next, and it's time to pay the piper. That's a really important game for us, right? So the Fever, they got to stay focused and they got to bring their A game, right? Now, Connecticut already beat you before, so there's no reason for you to look past them. None, right? So y'all better take Connecticut serious and put the beats and put belt to ass. Real talk, right? But if the Fever, if they keep it together and play like they can, that should be a 25-point win easy. 25 points. You know, Vegas probably going to give them maybe 21, 20, maybe 19 or something like that. But yeah, for me, yeah, 25 points. Easy, easy. But, you know, I said what I said, you know, and I stand on it, right? Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel and help my channel grow. Your support is greatly appreciated. One love.